Hello everybody, welcome back to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Azata playthrough. There's some construction happening next door, so if you can hear the drills and things like that, my apologies. I don't know if it will be picked up, but in case it is, then yeah, that's the explanation. Anyway, last time we finished off doing everything we can at the festival. We hung out with all our different companions, did all their fun little missions that they wanted us to do while they were at the festival. And also I noticed that except for Ember, Ivu, and Seela, after we finished their missions, everybody disappeared. So yeah, Wooljiff is gone. Can't find Nenio anywhere. Social was over here. He disappeared. Regil seems to have gone. We saw some of them. We saw leave. Like Greyball left of his own accord. Darren went into this building here. But my suspicion is that our companions are being kidnapped while during this festival. Whether Greyball and Darren will have also been kidnapped. It works out that they could have been because they left of their own accord. But people like Wooljiff, Social, Arushale, there's all pretty clear signs that they've disappeared without much explanation. But yeah, and then Rovus, who is the undercover head of the Eagle Watch, who's keeping an eye on the security of the festival, he came up to us and told us that there's suspicious activity going on in this house, and a bunch of people he thought were cultists were seen coming in and out. So yeah, we left things off. We're going to go check out this house. I'm going to leave this. This stuff was for the... Yeah, see, okay, Nenio's still around apparently, but everyone else is listed as gone. I don't know where Nenio is on the map, but these are the only ones that are still present. That just confirms my suspicion, I think. I think if we'd have come in here and it had been like, oh, it's not a companion location.
It seems that quite a few people are missing from your entourage.
Yeah, there you go.
I assume that in the chaos of the festival, some of them missed the message about the meeting point, Commander.
I don't think so.
Alas, there's no time to wait for the others. We must attack now.
Why the hurry?
Whoever these mages are, they're up to no good. The longer we wait, the more time we give them, and we're right under their noses. They could notice us at any moment.
Address your party. Where do you think the others are?
I don't know where they are, but I don't like any of this. We need to press on. Either we'll find out our friends are already here, or we'll meet up with them later and give them grief for making us worry.
Maybe they got lost. It's easy to get lost in these stone cities. Really, really easy.
I think they're all right. And if they're not, I'm not scared for them. They will find a way out of any trouble.
Oh, that drilling is really annoying.
According to some rough calculations, right now your assistants may be in one of 114 places in the city. Or one of more than 10,000 other locations throughout Avestan. If you want, I can list them all.
No need, Nenio.
The Eagle Watch will handle the search once we're done with this lair.
My companions don't usually disappear on me.
There are thousands of people in the city. Anything could have happened, good or bad.
Okay, let's go.
Onward.
I will help where I
We
can.
can put Seela on her horse. We're working with limited buffing capabilities at the moment, but we'll work with what we have. Oh yeah, Ness lost most of her buffs that we put on during the arena fight. And we haven't had a chance to rest. I do heroism though. Or greater heroism, I should say. Nenio has some buffs, doesn't she? Yes. We'll work with what we have. I know I'd normally skip past this, but there's not that much to do, so... Ivy's still got a bunch of her buffs that she got from Darren, that's good. And yeah, Nesters, we already exhausted most of these buffs for Nest, which is a bit annoying. If there was a chance to have rested, I would have, but we were not given the option. Okay. Let's see what's going down in this house. The house looks quite ordinary and no different from the neighbouring buildings. I wonder if there's a specific reason why these characters weren't kidnapped. Is it because we did their quests last? I think these were the last... I mean, Ivy makes sense. I don't think Ivy would be kidnapped even if we did her quest first, because she's sort of tied to us. But yeah, the last ones we finished off were Embers, Sealers, and Nenios, I believe. We finished off Waljit, the rest of them sooner. So I wonder if it's a different assortment of companions that are left, depending on the order that you do their quest. But we could have come here before we even finished all their quests, and in that case they probably wouldn't have been kidnapped either. So I guess it is somewhat random. Oh, secret door. We like to see a secret door. To the basement. Yeah, I can't remember doing Potion of Humanity. +1 inherent bonus to all ability scores. Bonuses of the same type usually don't stack. Is that permanent? Yeah, I guess that's permanent. But +1's not that good. It doesn't give you a... I guess it could turn an odd numbered score into an even numbered score, which would get you an extra point. But we'll use that later. A group of people, all dressed in the same strange clothing, turn to you. Distracted from their magical ritual, their faces are hidden by bizarre masks.
Demons and their minions don't put this much effort into their costumes and ritual sites. This is something new.
I've been on pins and needles all day, expecting trouble, and now it's happened. Only, it's not demons who are attacking us, it's cultists.
Ah, Commander. I admit we weren't expecting you here, but your arrival is most fortuitous.
Yeah, this is the nice old lady that gave us the cat, but she also has a really Vorlesh's voice actress. That could easily be just using the same voice actress for a different character, but I am suspicious. Oh, and that's the fake commander that we saw who was hustling people on the square.
That's Morale. Her.
No! Cat, I've been betrayed. The cat who has been following you since the start of the festival comes forward.
A polymorph spell. I should have known.
Ugh, I hate having fur in my mouth.
He coughs and spits up a repulsive furball.
You have been brought to us by the will of our god. The festival is over for you. We will take you to our lord. From now on, your life belongs to him alone.
His voice takes on a decidedly pompous air. Who are you and what's going on here?
We are humble servants of the greatest of gods, the only one worthy of worship. I've been in cat form for too long.
Pership.
Our agents have infiltrated Canobris. The gates, the square, the temple. We are everywhere. Our lord has something for you. Let's call it a business proposal. An offer you will not be able to refuse. That is all I will tell you.
Who exactly do you serve?
The living god, the wisest and strongest of all, master of the 31 steps. We are here by the will of Razmir, and we won't leave until that will is fulfilled.
Commander, Razmir was not invited to Canabris, nor were any Razmiran diplomats. These spies are here unlawfully.
Do you have my companions? None of the cultists answer you. They may be smirking under their masks, or they may truly know nothing about your companions. I feel like they have all... They're pretty confident, so I don't... And this doesn't say attack, so I feel like even if we do challenge them, they'll just take us to see the master anyway. Do we play it nice, or do we go aggressive? I think we're going aggressive. They're ruining the festival. Enough, surrender.
Oh no, it is you who will have to surrender, Commander. Seize them! Such is the will of Razmir.
Time to
Oh no, it went into combat. Whoa! They just one-hit Ros... Is he dead? He didn't last very long. Okay, Sealer. You charge right into the middle of that group. Ivy, this will be a good time to use your breath attack, I think. What was that? Animated mask. Okay. Are they under some sort of mind control? Overwhelming presence, Ember. Didn't work on the fake commander, though. Do a Hellfire Ray on the fake commander.
This is my chance to run!
Okay, so when they die, they're coming back as masks. This is definitely a good weird opportunity. Kill them all instantly. Perfect, Nenio. Yeah, the masks are coming back. Are they under mind control or something? Is that what's going on? But the fake commander's the only one not wearing a mask, it would seem. Oh, is my sword... Maybe I should switch back to the sword I was using before.
Into the fray!
I'm not putting up much of a fight, which I'm not complaining about.
A terrible mistake. Waiting a moment to recover.
It's pretty stupid to pick a fight with the strongest commander in Galarian. Okay, the fake commander's dead. We need to... I need to keep in mind that my sword doesn't work on every possible opponent. They're hard to hit with magic too. Oh, they're immune to Hellfire Ray. Okay. That's why it wasn't working. Are they immune to Instrument of Freedom? No, they're not.
Cultists of Razmir. Now there's a group I never expected to see in Canabras.
Razmir. Razmir. The name rings a bell. As if I used to know it, but forgot. Well, if I forgot, it can't have been important.
Well, they're no threat to us anymore. The Eagle Watch has proved its worth once again.
Cultists again, and such boring ones. Couldn't they come up with something more interesting to build a cult around? Like a cult of carousels? Oh, or maybe kites?
Oh, their masks are so pretty.
If Razmir and cultists are really looking for you, Commander, then things are bad. I don't know what they want from you, but Razmir is a cruel tyrant with the resources of an entire country at his command. Whatever he's up to, it's nothing good.
Who is Razmir?
A living god. At least that's what all of Razmiran thinks. In my opinion, he's just another arrogant tyrant whose only real achievement was managing to gain control of a weak nation in the River Kingdoms. He's ambitious, greedy, and powerful, but otherwise an ordinary man.
Why were Razmir's agents looking for me?
Well, they weren't looking for a cozy chat, that's for sure. Maybe Razmir means to kill you, but I can't imagine why he'd want to.
Why'd you call them cultists?
Razmir proclaimed himself a god. His people revere him, worship him, offer prayers to him, just like cultists. From what I understand, their cult does not engage in bloody rituals, the summoning of dark entities from other planes, or other such vileness. But at the end of the day, they're still followers of some power-hungry usurper masquerading as a god.
What kind of ritual do you think they were performing?
Their magic was probably the source of your impersonator's powers up on that stage. I wouldn't be surprised if there are other agents in the city posing as you.
Pass the knowledge world check. Razmiran doesn't have diplomatic relations with Mendev, does it? Its agents' clandestine activities on a peaceful holiday like today could stir up conflict between the two nations.
Personally, I'd be surprised if this incident led to any real conflict. Mendev's already got its hands full fighting the Abyss. And besides, the cultists were cautious, and presumably hoped to remain unnoticed. Still, the fact that they were tracking you specifically is disturbing.
Do you think the cultists are involved in my companion's disappearance?
It's possible, but no more possible than your comrade simply getting lost in the crowd. I'll try to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible.
What's next?
I'll raise the alarm among my people. There must be other cultists in the city. We will find them. Commander, you can still enjoy the festival while we're busy searching. But stay on your guard and be ready for anything.
Okay, I guess we still could have continued with the festival stuff after this. But probably would have had less of our companions missing. It's alright though. That was an easy fight. The strange mask of one of the cultists looks like it's watching you. So they've got a lot of taking a lot of money, but it doesn't, they're probably after more than just money from this. Vile Ichor of Protective Slime. You gain a +3 bonus to AC, and every saving throw you make automatically succeeds. This effect lasts for 1 minute or until you've made 3 saving throws. Only got 1 charge. That's a strong effect, but as a one-off, it's not that special. If it was like, oh, you permanently get this effect, then that would be a different story. But just junk, all right. Move along. Seeing as we've done everything at the festival, will it just carry on? Will we just immediately get the next plot point? Oh, there's a closing ceremony, okay. I don't buy the idea. Yeah, this is like, yeah, where Woljif apparently gave up packing up his store halfway through. There was the girl that Arushale was hanging out with. She's like, oh, where are you, Arushale? Yeah, over here. Arushale, where are you? I'm pretty sure there's something holding them up. They've not just all wandered off of their own accord. Oh, and look, and now Sela and Nenio aren't here. Just Ivu. And Ember even as well. Everyone's disappeared. Very suspicious.
And now, the main event of the day. Please welcome the Knight Commander. I'd like to invite all the Knight Commanders to come nearer the stage for the judging of the best Knight Commander impersonator. Please step forward.
Are you one of the... We met you at the gates when we started. Are you one of the cult?
Hurry up! It won't take long. You'll be parting with your friends and companions again in no time.
The herald's voice hardens. He scans the crowd as if looking for you, and you realize that his words are addressed specifically to you.
Wait a minute. Do you see that mask? Oh, they tricked us, the scum. They played us like a fiddle.
Rovus clenches his teeth. What's wrong with the mask?
Take a closer look. That carnival mask is a perfect match for the ones worn by Razmir's cultists. On the face of the herald himself. Here we were looking for spies who'd managed to sneak into the festival, and they were the ones organizing it all along.
Why are members of the crowd shouting disgraceful? That sounds rather ominous.
I'll say. He's challenging you, Commander. In full view of everyone, but so that no one but you realizes what's going on. He's talking about your companions. He's just announced, right on stage, that he's the one who kidnapped them. He has your entire party hostage.
How did you manage to miss something like that?
I made a mistake. We took all possible measures to ensure that no demons or demon worshippers could sneak into the festival. We didn't consider ordinary spies.
This seems like a trap.
Of course. But it's too early to give up. So the Razmir cultists took us by surprise. Too bad. I still have some contingency plans up my sleeve.
Alright, I'm going. Let's see what they have in store for me.
Go ahead, Commander. I've got your back.
The contestants have lined up near the stage. Some of them look like they could be your twin, while others are not even close. Amidst the joyful chatter of the crowd, the herald slowly walks among the contenders, gazing intently into each face.
Let's give a round of applause to our participants. How much effort has gone into these costumes? How much talent and ingenuity? But only one will be the winner. Only one will get the prize. A journey into the wonderful world of luxury. Let's hear it for the contestants.
The herald stops in front of you and his eyes smile through the slits in his mask.
This is our winner. Come up to the stage, Commander. First prize, Commander. Be proud. Few are given such an honor. You have earned a personal audience with me, the living god, Razmir himself.
Wow, you came in person. I like your portrait. So your name is Razmir. Who are you?
You'd best keep quiet, Knight Commander. We'll talk later, face to face. What's this? Oh, it seems I underestimated you. I suppose I can answer a question or two, but let's not interrupt the spectacle. No need to worry our audience unnecessarily, and certainly no need to waste my precious time.
Razmir casts a spell, but it dissipates easily, leaving you unharmed.
All right, a short sermon for the unenlightened. Before you stands a living deity, the patron of luxury, law, and obedience, the great Razmir, ruler of Razmiran. You may bow. Don't bother. After all, people talk about you as if you are a myth incarnate. One could say you're almost my equal.
Something tells me you're overestimating yourself, Razmir. Razmir's voice is heavy with venomous sarcasm. Succeed a law check. The legends say that Razmir was a mortal who rose from humble beginnings and passed the test of the Starstone, just as Iomade did. Still, his ascension is shrouded in mystery, and there are many who doubt his divine nature. If you wanted to talk, you could have just sent an ambassador to Dresden. Why all this drama?
In Dresden, your citadel, we'd have talked on your terms before entering into any negotiations. I always try to secure the most advantageous position for myself. As a fellow strategist, I'm sure you understand.
What have you done with my companions?
Nothing untoward for now. They're my guests. Merely insurance in case you decide to put up a fight. I give you my word. If our negotiations proceed peacefully, I will return all of you safely to Canabras.
What do you want from me?
What I want is for us to speak privately, away from prying eyes. You don't want your secret to become public knowledge, do you? Let the crowd believe their fairy tale about their mythical hero. It's good for them. Let's finish the show, and we'll do the negotiations backstage.
I think we're going to play things close to the chest at the moment. So we're not going to be too aggressive. Fine, negotiations it is. Let's go.
A wise decision, Commander. I will be glad to welcome you to my palace. And so, here is our winner.
Razmir addresses the crowd again, his commanding voice filling the square. Rovus still remains among the crowd. He waves frantically at someone and points in your direction.
And here is her prize.
Okay, so he's transported us to his palace. Fate is a convenient concept for explaining the unexplainable. Why does an individual always find themselves in difficult circumstances? What makes someone lucky or unlucky? The answer is simple: fate. Even now, in this age of lost omens, people still resort to such explanations. The commander attracts adventure wherever she goes, a tendency that should be studied, not hastily dismissed with the pseudo-explanation of fate. The portal opens in an unfamiliar dungeon, dank and bleak, a stark contrast to the pleasant square in Canabras. The commander thought she saw Rovus dash through the portal after her before it closed. However, the new head of the Eagle Watch is nowhere to be seen. "Welcome to Razmiran," comes a condescending voice. "Please don't move, we must finish the spell." The approving whispers of the speaker's cultist minions echo behind him. The commander is sitting on a chair in the center of a dark chamber. She decides to... quickly look around. Razmir's face is concealed by an impassive white mask, as are the faces of his minions crowded behind him. "I have many questions for you, self-styled commander, and you will have plenty of time to answer them." A chuckle seems to come from beneath the mask. "But first, let me block your so-called mythic powers. We wouldn't want you to make a scene now, would we?" Razmir gives the signal and his minions begin moving their hands in magical gestures. The time for action has come, and the commander decides to... "Let's unleash the full force of our mythic powers upon Razmir." The commander feels the familiar tension building up inside her, but the tension does not find its expected release. Only a small portion of power... Oh, sorry, getting a phone call. Right, where was I? Only a small portion of power hits Razmir in the chest, but it is enough to hurl him against the wall. "Increase the pressure," orders Razmir as he staggers out through the doorway. His cultists close ranks. Their concerted magic is somehow holding the commander's powers at bay inside her body. The commander must escape before the unknown magic binds her permanently. She has no choice but to... it feels cool. Let's deftly slip past the cultists to the door. The commander swiftly dashes past her captors and leaps out into the hallway, slamming the door behind her. The cultists only shriek in surprise and haplessly stumble over one another in their attempt to catch her. A long tunnel leads straight ahead, cell doors flash past on the left and right, and there is not a soul to be seen. Finally, the tunnel ends, and the commander is standing at the foot of a staircase leading up. At the same time, she hears muffled sounds coming from an inconspicuous door under the stairs. The commander chooses... It might be our companion, so let's look at the inconspicuous door. The room turns out to be surprisingly spacious. It looks like a laboratory more than anything. Set out on tables around the room are scrolls, magical ingredients, and vials containing substances of various hues. A gnome and an elf in Razmir cultist robes stand near one of the tables, locked in an animated debate. They are so engrossed that they do not notice the commander's entrance. The commander decides to... Let's listen in on the conversation. Have you lost your mind, adding real gold dust? We need the audience to believe in the light's magic, not to gild their hats and jackets, shouts the gnome, rolling his eyes angrily. I added yellow lily pollen last time. Everything went fine at first, the elf explains. I read the spells from the scroll and scattered the pollen. It glittered in the dim light. The congregation believed that I was really doing divine magic. Get to the point, yells the gnome, losing patience. Allergies. One of the audience members was allergic to pollen, as it turned out. The commander decides to attack the cultists and search the lab. Okay, we got some stuff. We got another hide of magical creature. Nice. The cultists prove more agile than expected. The elf reads from a scroll and vanishes into a portal, and the gnome immediately leaps in after her. Now there is no one to disturb the commander's exploration of the laboratory. Quickly inspecting the tables, the commander discovers a large number of elixirs, ready-to-use scrolls, and spell components. After taking all the items of value, the commander considers her next step and chooses to... Well, we can try taking another look around. Failed. Okay. Unfortunately, the commander fails to find anything else of value. The clamour of voices and stomping feet echoes along the corridor before quickly dying away. It seems the commander's escape has been noticed. The commander decides to leave the laboratory and hurry up the stairs. The commander climbs the stairs, leaving the dungeons behind and entering the palace. The sumptuous decor radiates solemn grandeur. Gilded handrails on the staircases and balustrades, heavy velvet drapes, carpets so thick one's feet sink into them with every step. All this is capable of inspiring awe in a commoner unaccustomed to such sights. The walls are dotted with white masks, making it seem as though Razmir himself is watching everything that happens inside the palace. However, the commander's escape from the dungeon has not gone unnoticed. Guards are rushing through the corridors, and shouts and the rattling of weapons can be heard, drawing closer. Soon the commander is surrounded by armed cultists. In the name of Razmir, you're under arrest, shouts the boldest of them. Don't move. The cultists behind him start moving their hands in ritualistic gestures, and the air fills with magic once more. The same magic that fettered the commander's powers in the dungeon. Wasting no time, the commander... Yeah, we'll force our way through. A single blow is enough to drop the nearest cultist to the floor. The others immediately give up and retreat in horror. Razmir's minions lose the will to fight. She's the real deal. She really does have mythic powers, they cry out, scattering. Interesting. So Razmir's cultists are aware he's a fraud? Is that what that's implying? The commander passes a dining room, a kitchen, and several side chambers. Only one door draws her attention. It is decorated with 3 masks and is slightly ajar, and from behind it the commander can hear the chanting of devout worshippers. Opposite is a huge set of double doors, which must surely be the entrance to Razmir's throne room. After collecting her thoughts, the commander opens the door leading to... we'll go to the throne room. Actually, let's go to the chapel first. There is a service in progress. Masked cultists kneel in front of a porticio where a priest, hidden under a mask of Razmir mask... What? Masked cultists kneel in front of a petitio where a priest hidden under a mask of Razmir mask. That feels like a typo. This is unless the masks are called masks of Razmir, so it's like, I've got a mask of Razmir mask. But that's a very, you don't need to say the second mask there. From the outside, it would appear that Razmir himself is conducting a service before other Razmirs. Another huge mask hangs directly behind the priest. The commander makes a decision to listen to the service. I am the great Razmir, and my word is the word of God, the priest says in an aged voice that is strikingly different from that of the Razmir who met the commander in the dungeons. I am the great Razmir, the cultists echo. I passed the test of the Starstone and gained divinity. My will is unyielding, the priest continues. The commander considers her next step and decides to... I'm curious, let's keep listening. Wonder how long we can keep listening for. No mortal can look upon my visage and not die of exaltation. I have graciously hidden my face behind a mask so I do not forsake my flock, says the priest. I am all merciful, affirms the flock. Having heard this, the commander prepares to keep listening. There you go. The mask is the extension of my will, the priest proclaims. Through masks I do gaze upon the world. Through them I am present everywhere, invisible and unstoppable. Through them my will and my power flow. I am omnipresent, intone the cultists, throwing up their hands. The commander notices that, as if in response to the cultists' words, the mask behind the priest flickers slightly. It contains the same energy that Razmir used to block the commander's powers in the dungeon. It seems the mask itself is an enchanted object capable of restricting magical abilities, and if the enchantment on the mask is broken, the powers of those it is restricting can be restored. The commander decides to... I'm going all in on this chapel. Attack the cultists. The cultists are far from eager to fight. When they notice the commander, they scatter. So it's not a complete mind control, because if he was just completely mind controlling everyone with his masks, for one, there'd be no need to worship himself, but also they wouldn't run in fear, would they? When they notice the commander, they scatter. Some hide in curtain-covered alcoves, some dive behind the altar, and one even jumps out of the window. The clicks of secret doors opening can be heard all over the chapel. The high priest picks up the huge mask of Razmir, and with wild eyes steps into a portal that has just appeared. There is no time to look for the scattered cultists. A large gold chalice on the altar catches the commander's eye. Succeeded a perception check. The chalice is surprisingly light when picked up. Too light. A closer look reveals its flaws, such as the chipped gilding that exposes the fake treasure's copper core. After a quick look around the chapel, the commander decides to... So we got a fake gold chalice. Let's search the altar for the real gold chalice. The commander's instincts are soon proven right. She spots a genuine relic in an inconspicuous niche near the base of the altar, a sacred gold chalice. Satisfied with the find, the commander now intends to leave the chapel, go into the corridor, and open the doors to the throne room. The heavy doors open on creaking, unoiled hinges. It is clear they are rarely closed, but today is a special occasion. An expansive hall is revealed beyond the doors. It is hard to imagine more magnificent surroundings. The crimson carpets are embroidered with gold thread, the walls are adorned with gold inlaid masks, and the gold chandelier on the ceiling must be held up by magic, otherwise it surely would have fallen long ago under its mighty weight. Razmir himself is waiting for the commander, with a lazy look in his eyes and a group of cultists behind him. Ah, my dear guest, he says in greeting, and when I say dear, I do not mean it. It costs me dearly to capture you, and that's not to mention the damage you are doing to my palace. He nods slightly, and the cultists begin weaving their hands in spellcasting gestures once more. A wave of energy tenderly washes over the commander, enveloping her like a warm blanket. The commander... Well, we've got such terrible persuasion, we're not going to pass this intimidation check. Do not hesitate, and immediately attacks opponents. Does not hesitate. There are some battles that cannot be avoided, in which retreat, while technically possible, is unthinkable. Some might call such battles monumentous, others might call them righteous. Today the commander has met an opponent who must be defeated, one way or another. After finding her bearings, the commander We've got the best reflexes and will. Let's do the reflexes one. Launches herself at her opponent, striking with precision, and draws back to deal another blow. One after another, the cultists fall, struck down by the commander. Razmir takes a step back, finally realizing that defeating this opponent is beyond his capabilities. Suddenly, the commander's companions burst into the hall. Though they were captured in Canabris and brought to Razmir's palace, they have managed to escape captivity. Oh, I was sort of hoping we could go and rescue them. Like, it feels like this could have been a dungeon that we kind of go through and find our companions as we're travelling through on our own. Now they have come to the rescue. Rovus, who entered the portal after the commander but found himself in another chamber, fights alongside them. The enemy's losses are heavy, but the commander is beginning to tire as well. Razmir is the first to break. "Keep fighting," he shouts. "Buy me time, you worthless creatures." He hides behind the doors, and without him the defences cannot stand for long. Soon all the cultists have been defeated or have turned and fled. The commander feels a light touch on her shoulder. Glancing around, she sees Rovus. Rovus leads the commander into a side room and locks the door tight. Now would be a good time to rest and recuperate. Yes, now would be a good time to rest. Let's get our normal party back. And if we're resting too, that's good. We can actually recharge our buffing abilities. I mean, let's put everyone in their positions as they should be. We could make the taco, but I still would like to save. I'd like to save the phoenix feathers because they're so rare. Screaming omelette gives you fast healing. We could make the Demon Slayer soup. +3 cooking bonus to attack and damage rolls, all skill checks and saving throws. Sure, we'll make the Demon Slayer soup.
I can't be your friend anymore, you got that? I don't even know how to be friends with people. It's not my thing.
Nobody knows how to be friends at first. And then you find some friends and you learn. Want to try again?
Okay, so now it's going to be an actual dungeon. I think it would have been cooler if it could have been a dungeon to begin with. Oh, turn off quicken. Now we can properly buff up, I think. So I'll do that now. Again, sorry about all the construction noises. There's no way this isn't being heard. It must be annoying. Charlie? Oh, our other companions are hanging around in here too. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, let's buff up. Okay, we are buffed up, ready to go. See what our companions have to say. I was expecting demons, but it seems we were attacked by people instead. It is despicable to attack during a holiday. Razmir is no better than the demons. Good old cultists. It's nice to have a break from demons. It's a pity that we're not under contract here. The price of the living god's head is substantial. Oh, Regil, you look mad.
Commander.
Oh.
I'm glad to see you've made it this far.
From beneath the cultist's mask comes a familiar voice. It belongs to Rovus.
Even though we're trapped in the enemy's palace, this secluded room looks like a good place to catch our breath. If you or your companions need rest, this is the best place for it.
How did you manage to disguise yourself as a cultist? I can't see your horns or your tail.
Secrets of the subtle art of disguise. I've worn thousands of guises in my life, and I can't always be a tiefling.
A muffled chuckle comes from beneath the mask. Where are we?
We find ourselves in Razmir's palace. Whether we're in Razmirin or another of his palaces, I'm unsure.
Do you know what lies ahead?
Grand halls full of fanatics. I can't say how dangerous these cultists are, but there are plenty of them out there, so be careful.
Oh, this drilling. I'm wondering if I should just stop and do this again. Like have a day off and do this again tomorrow. Why did you follow me?
Some cultists try to abduct the Crusade commander, and then she disappears into a collapsing portal. I had to follow you.
Do you know how to get out of here?
To my shame, no. I've not managed to figure it out. But there's always a way out if you look hard enough.
Do you think the citizens of Canabris are in danger?
Razmir's lackeys wanted to make your abduction look like part of the show. It's clear they don't want everyone knowing you're missing. Most likely the townspeople are still celebrating, oblivious to what has transpired.
We have to find a way out.
Be careful, Commander.
Of course, there was an attack during the festival, just as I predicted. I have a theory that the cultists of Razmir are smarter than Baphomet's minions, but I do not yet have proof. The table is laden with food and wine. Okay, well let's head on out. Are these cultists not going to be aggressive to us? I've waited for this day for so long. What a sermon. Even the air itself has become more spiritual somehow. Okay, why is everyone just chilling? You think they'd be hostile to us? Unless these cultists don't know what's going on. Okay. Nothing in this room. Oh, spoke too soon. Sound the alarm! Blasphemers have invaded the temple! Sound the alarm! The enemies of the faith are here! Save yourselves! So they're not all fighters, it seems. Most of them seem to just be running away from us. And again, it adds to the idea that they're not being... Maybe they're being manipulated by the masks, but not completely controlled.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
The figure's detailed robe and decorated mask indicates that this is a depiction of Razmir himself. Some sort of treasure room. A bucket of gold paint. On the side of the bucket is written, "A Razmir marked my life with gold. As Razmir marked my life with gold, so will I mark Canabris with his colour." So this is all the splashes of gold paint we saw around the festival. Underneath, in different handwriting, "Idiot, bring the paint back to the warehouse." Wand of Cure Hangover. Once per day, this wand rids a creature of the following conditions. The wand also heals all ability damage and grants the creature a +2 morale bonus on saving throws against fear effects for 1 hour. That's pretty good. Okay, is this the way forward then? Oh, we missed a thing.
Well, well, look who finally decided to show up. Neophytes, I take it? I suppose the splendor of this palace has left you completely stunned, huh? You can stare at it some more later. Come and eat before the food runs out. While you're busy gawping, your brothers and sisters are clearing the table.
Oh, so these guys have no idea who we are or what kind of context we're here for. Who are you?
Oh, may the living God save me from neophytes. You must learn to distinguish who is who by the details on their masks and robes. Otherwise, you'll quickly become confused. I'm Valestri, your superior. Now, are there any more questions? Or are we going to eat?
What's the occasion?
Ah, today is a special day. Reverend Knubbo himself has come to us with a sermon. The great Razmir granted him infinite wisdom and the gift of healing. While we are enjoying bodily food here, there is a spiritual feast in the opposite hall. When you've had enough of one, you can go taste the other. Isn't it wonderful?
You don't mind my appearance?
Mind it. I love it. The makeup, the illusions. You are an example to all neophytes.
He looks at you critically and nods with satisfaction.
But of course, walking around the palace without a mask and robe is improper. As soon as you finish your meal, go change your clothes.
Thanks, but I'm not hungry.
Wait just a minute. How can you say such a thing? Your brothers and sisters in faith prepare a meal and invite you to the table, and you refuse? Do you mean to disrespect us? Maybe you mean to disrespect our faith, too? And Razmir himself? Don't ever do that again. You were told to sit down and eat, so sit down and eat!
There's been a massacre in the palace. A dangerous criminal broke out of the dungeons and is now on the rampage. I want to see what happens if we say this.
Are you joking? If there was a massacre here, we would have heard something, wouldn't we? Not funny.
Okay, we succeeded a perception check. The cultist speaks evenly. He is an excellent actor, but at your words, his henchmen begin to shift nervously in their chairs, looking at each other and biting their lips. The cultists here definitely know about the fighting in the palace. I'm not going to eat their food. I don't trust it. We'll try walking out.
You're not going anywhere. If you don't want to do it the easy way, we'll do it the hard way.
Yeah.
To arms, faithful servants of Razmir. The enemy is here. May the might of our faith crush the wicked.
The enemy will fall before the faces of the living god. Activate the mask golem.
Hey!
I'm not afraid. There's a lot of people in this room. I'm afraid by the potential tediousness, but nothing else. Oh, turn on your weapon enchantment. Do Instrument of Faith on one of the... Yeah, they go down easy. There's just a lot of them. Okay, Ruchele, you just shoot as many as you can. Oh, yeah, the masks still come back. That's going to be a permanent thing. Okay, Warjif, you give us haste.
Cover me, all right?
Albrig, death from above, the golem. Yeah. No challenge there. Darren Prayer.
Out of my sight!
Oh, they're all panicking. Some acolytes. Oh yeah, they've got like no health at all when they're in human form. He's got more health. But not much more. Okay, Amber, you come over here. I want to overwhelming presence. Just this group here.
Am I doing it wrong?
Please stop them running around. Then Hellfire Ray, the Master of Steps. Oh, he's dead. It's just his mask left. Cool. Okay, the masks aren't that challenging either. Nothing here is. Okay, Nest, you go and... Your weapon's not going to be useful against the masks, we already learned that. You just go and attack the cultists. Yeah, Woljif, you too. Why did Arishle attack? Did I actually I thought I didn't change her bracelet. I'm not going to complain if she wants to attack while Woljif does that. Oh, there you go. You are still attacking. You're just pausing for a bit. Oh, you know what? Come out of turn-based mode. It's easy enough. I don't seem to have any decent loot on them really either. Okay, so this is the big hall that we could look down on. Oh, Razmir's just there. Interesting. Can we just go straight for him? Prayer of the Razmir and cultists.
That's easy.
What was going on in this other room then? The one that we didn't... We had the key for this. This is the chapel. I can't see any reason why not to just go straight for Razmir. Let's do it. Use your worldly wealth wisely. Exchange it for treasures of the spirit, and you will achieve enlightenment.
The way he speaks is so beautiful. Even I can't talk like that. But people believe me because I tell the truth. Why do they believe him?
We skipped over something he said. Hearken to me, my faithful. The time has come to prove your faith. You barely recognize Razmir's voice. His words swell with righteous indignation as he delivers his sermon, and his flock listens obediently to his every word. The enemy is already here, within these sacred walls. What villainy opposes us? What treachery? This heathen snuck in here under the pretext of peaceful negotiations and massacred our brothers and sisters. Gather your faith into the fist and strike a crushing blow against this heretic. You don't look like a god to me, Razmir. Are you deceiving your flock?
Cover your ears, my children, so that the blasphemy from these godless lips does not defile your hearts. Remember that any accusation is a confession when it comes from the mouth of the wicked. The godless are forever trying to find their own sins in the faithful. Watch and learn, Commander. This is how you command a crowd. When they look at me, they see a deity. They believe in me, and that makes me a god.
The cultists immediately cover their ears. Beneath his mask, Razmir chuckles in satisfaction. Lies, you brought me here by force and then attacked me.
The wicked love to twist the truth. She broke in here, committed a massacre, and now she's painting herself as an innocent victim. What shall we say to that, my children? What awaits the enemies of the righteous faith? Death! Death! Death!
This performance is far more entertaining than his little show in Canabris.
It's not too late to resolve this peacefully. Let's talk.
Ah, the beast is scared and has sheathed its claws. She realizes that she is doomed, and now tries to bargain for her salvation. It's too late. Nothing can save you from the divine wrath of Razmir.
Enough talk.
To battle, my children. Prove your faith.
Oh yeah, you're running away.
You are invincible. I am the living God, and I am with you.
Okay, how can we deal with this quickly? This would be a perfect time to have Nenio with us, not gonna lie. Although we can still take out a good number of these in one hit with what we have. Their masks should still be left behind. Yeah, at least some of them have masks. Uljif, can you haste us again? Okay, Ember. This is a perfect time for overwhelming presence. Keep them all stuck. Is Razmir, are we able to attack him? No. Ulbrig, death from above. I guess the golems will come to life next, but you just death from above right into the middle of them, Ulbrig. I don't know why he's taking a pause in between finishing all of his attacks, but it's not the end of the world. Darren, prayer for us. Thank you. Yeah, this sword can't hit the animated masks. Everyone else can though, so it's not the end of the world.
I will resist.
Oh, there's more coming in. Herald of the 8th. Herald of the 8th step. Okay. Ulbrig, go say hello. Good round. Oh, there you go. Someone's at the door. Should be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. And I think the construction is finished now, so hopefully we won't have any more of that going on. We'll see, though. Oh, Georgie's coming to say hello. Yeah, it's just a mask here too. Oh, all of them have all of them turned hostile. Just got some extra hangers on. Hello, Georgie.
You cannot win. I am the living god. You are a disappointment. You promised me the Knight Commander's power. I gave you unlimited resources. I let you speak in my name.
Oh,
and
okay.
what do you have to show for it?
So that wasn't the real Razmir. A ghostly figure appears dressed in the same robe and mask as Razmir.
Master, I am so close to victory. I have the commander within my grasp. I will not fail you. I just need a little more time.
So this Razmir is an imposter?
An imposter? Not exactly. The key to any kind of power, even divine power, is delegation. My servants are an extension of myself, despite their occasional incompetence.
I demand an explanation.
That will need to wait. First, I have to decide what to do with the two of you.
It's time to end this senseless slaughter.
Perhaps we should cut our losses and send the commander home. You've already spent more than 1.5 times the funds I allocated to you for this operation. I do not want to add the cost of palace repairs to that total if she decides to go on a rampage.
You're not too worried about the people I've killed, more just the damage.
No! Please, Great One! Let me finish this! I will bring you the commander's power! I swear it on my life! A serious oath indeed. Very well. I will give you one last chance. Do not fail me again. I will grant you the power of my tears. Now you will be victorious. Thank you, Great One. I won't disappoint you.
Your opponent's face remains hidden, but his mask begins to weep maroon tears.
Let's have some fun.
Are you going to come down and actually fight this time?
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Prepare yourself.
Oh, I thought that was going to be an instant kill because of the lag, but it was a 0. What's it got immunity to? Seem to have immunity to all the weapon damage. No? Okay, Ember, you come back down.
Precision and grace.
Ulrich, I want you to keep hanging out. Oh, I should turn power attack back on. What am I doing? Oh, I need to swap weapons. That's a pain. Unless, Warge, if you can handle this.
Distract them from me.
You can handle it. You're fine.
Time to share your treasures.
Okay, Ruchelet, you did no damage. Which is slightly concerning. Where's the third one of these? One there. Oh, it's over there.
Esna, guide my hand.
Why is Rushlet doing 0 damage? Shouldn't be any reason why her attacks aren't doing anything. Oh, they're immune to magic as well. That was stupid. They're not immune to a dog biting them though, which is always good to know. How dare you punch Ember. Not cool, Mask Golem. Not cool at all. Okay, Albrig, death from above time. I'm not immune to you. Which is perfect for me. Okay, rather than swap weapon, just try Instrument of Freedom again. Okay, what's going on there? I look like something...
Cover me.
Something mysterious was afoot. Don't like that. Okay, now you're doing proper damage. All these golems seem to be forming like a pile in the middle of the room. That makes me nervous. Yeah. Yeah, this is why I was nervous. There's a big one now.
I will defend my dream.
We can handle it though. Just a big old pile of masks. Not if you're only doing 9 damage, Warjiff. We need more than that, come on. Oh, I need to turn all these back on. Good turn, Arushale. Albrig, death from above. You know what to do. Amazing. Now there's a masked swarm, is there? And Albrig gets another turn. Amazing. Are these things also immune to... Yep. Immune to Hellfire Ray.
Stab their backs.
Oh, them nauseating Albrig's annoying. Alright, this should be over there now. It's immune to quarry. Okay, you immune to instant enemy? Yep. Just shooting them's fine then. I will tear you apart. I will learn your secrets and claim your power for my own. He says while already terrified. I think he's not got much options now. It's either die to us or die to his master.
Make your peace.
Ulbrich, are you still... you're nauseated still. So you can't attack. That's annoying. He won't be immune to Hellfire Ray though, will he? Nope.
What a disappointing outcome. I must apologize profusely for involving you in such an unfortunate situation.
I don't want apologies, Razmir. I want an explanation.
Very well then. I will explain. I've been following your exploits for some time. Ever since I heard about that extraordinary event in Canabras. I was immediately fascinated by the power you possessed, and by the fact that no one but you seemed to understand its true nature. I wanted to learn the secrets of your magic. At first, I planned to offer you a deal, but my servant devised a plan to take your magic from you instead. As you can see, his plan has failed catastrophically. However, perhaps we can still come to an agreement.
You wish to gain my powers? How?
I want you to reveal the secret of your so-called mythic heroism. Personally, I don't believe in myths, but I do believe in money. I was able to partially reproduce your powers, but at great cost. How did you manage to convince half of Avestan that you were chosen for some special destiny? Tell me the truth, and I will be very generous.
So you're a fraud? You're not a real god after all? Well, obviously not.
I said nothing of the sort. Millions believe in my divinity. I would never deceive my followers.
Razmir chuckles softly behind his mask. My mythic powers are not a magic trick. They can't be sold or taken away.
Yes, of course, and I'm really a living god. Please, Commander, it is just us here. There is no need to pretend. Sell me the secret to your power. I'll pay you a fair price.
We've got an Azata demonstration of our mythic powers. My power is real. Don't believe me? See for yourself. Razmir watches in silence as you demonstrate your powers, but his sharp eyes study your every move.
No, I don't understand. What you are doing, it shouldn't be possible. I can understand now why you did not wish to reveal your secrets. I certainly would not if I were in your place. Very well then. If I cannot tempt you with my offer, there is nothing else I can do.
I mean, I want to look around more, but I want to leave now.
It seems I don't have a choice. I will open a portal for you. Do not worry. But first, I want to make amends on behalf of my dim-witted servant. My palace and its treasures are at your disposal. Money, magic items, take whatever you want. Please accept this as compensation for any inconvenience caused by my servant. I believe it should be sufficient payment to settle any associated restitutory obligations.
I hope we can take it to the real Razmir. I hope this isn't the end of this.
I ask only one thing. Please do not touch the mask worn by my late servant. It has a special symbolic meaning. He must be buried in this mask in accordance with religious traditions.
I don't think you give a crap about religious traditions since you made them up, so that tells me that there's something about the mask that his servant was wearing that he needs.
He's a born liar. It comes as easily to him as breathing. He doesn't give a damn about religion. He's playing us for fools. This mask must be the most valuable thing in the palace.
I agree with Woljif here. I'm taking the mask.
As you wish. Winner takes all.
Razmir's face remains hidden by the mask, but you can hear the annoyance in his voice.
And now, as I said, the palace is yours to plunder. When you're finished, let me know, and I'll send you back home.
I will take your treasures for myself.
Be my guest. Return here once you're finished, and I will open the portal.
I got a achievement. We foiled Razmir's plan. Greater persistent meta magic rod. Well, that's good. And another great and quicken meta magic rod. That's always nice. Oh, loads of gold in there. Right, let's just plunder this place. Let's bleed it dry.
Precisely.
There were some people in the other room. I wonder if they've legged it or if they're still hanging around. We've still got plenty of time on our buffs, yeah. It said we foiled Razmir's plan. That indicates to me that that is the end of the... That is the end of the quest line. Yeah, I hope that we can interact with the real Razmir in person or find a way to. Maybe not though. But we'll see. Oh yeah, they've still got people in here. Wonder if they're going to be hostile or if we can talk them down from hostility, seeing as we've already dealt with their leader. Wealth is never one-sided. Someone who is rich in virtue will never be poor in money and health. You will see firsthand the beneficial effects of Razmir's wisdom. There you are, my child. I see you're unwell. I have a limp, Reverend. I've tried every spell and nothing helps. Razmir's generosity knows no bounds. Verily I say to you, if you believe, you will be healed. Oh, Razmir, I feel your grace descending upon me. A miracle, brothers and sisters, a miracle. I'm healed. See, Razmir blesses the faithful with his gifts and ignores the miserly. Be generous in your donations, for your generosity will be returned to you 100-fold. Yeah, this is very culty. What are they doing in the mirror?
You moron, who limps like that? If you keep slacking, I'll break your legs for real. Maybe then you'll finally look convincing. We're done here. Go rehearse. We have 2 more miraculous healings today.
Yeah, that's pretty blatantly fake. The Reverend looks away from his assistant and turns towards you.
Well, well, well. Who do we have here? A new acolyte, it seems. You certainly look promising.
He examines you meticulously.
Are you dressed up for some special mission? It's a good costume, don't get me wrong, but you're supposed to worship in a robe and mask. All right, you're just beginning your journey. What do you want? Guidance, healing, or maybe a blessing? Oh, I know. You probably want to make a generous donation in the name of the great Razmir. A noble impulse of the soul, truly holy.
Who are you?
Who doesn't know me? I am Reverend Nubbo, a humble servant of the great Razmir. Everyone wants to hear my sermons, and when they do, they are forever changed. How many times have I been told, "Oh, Reverend Nubbo, your sermon has turned my life around"? You want to change your life, don't you? You want a beautiful mask and a high-ranking robe? Then miss no sermons and spare no gold for donations. And bring your friends. The more you bring, the faster you'll rise through the ranks.
What were you preaching here?
A service for the chosen. I don't know who usually conducts weekly sermons here, but this week I, a priest of the 25th step, was invited. I once preached for 3 days in a row. Everyone was crying so much that we were knee-deep in tears. Each of my sermons is an unmissable event. By the way, as a token to remember this event, you will soon be able to buy a unique blessed amulet from me.
What is your sermon about?
Today, I am talking about the 2 types of gold. The gold of faith, which is kept in the soul, and the gold of earth, which lies in the purse. One cannot exist without the other. Razmir grants wealth to those who are faithful, and punishes the faithless with poverty. To get rich, both spiritually and financially, you need to follow 7 simple rules. As for what they are, I will tell you in a separate sermon, for a separate donation.
Didn't you hear the sounds of fighting?
Fighting? Within the walls of this sacred monastery, the only battle being waged is a spiritual one, against one's unbelief, laziness, and negative thinking. First, I preached a sermon. Then we sang a hymn on the steps to prosperity. No outside noise would dare enter this hall and disturb our pious concentration.
I have an incredibly strange feeling right now. Almost as if something like this happened to someone I know.
What's that mirror next to you?
If you were meant to know that, you'd already know, wouldn't you?
We'll do the diplomacy check. What if Razmir wanted me to learn it from you?
You have a way with words. Fine, it's not a big secret anyway. These mirrors were created by the great Razmir to make it easier for his faithful servants to move between his numerous palaces. A portal is hidden in each of these mirrors, but which mirror leads where is a secret few people know.
I have to go.
Can't wait to get to the feast? It's in the hall nearby. Spiritual food is poorly digested on an empty stomach. Eat and come back for a new helping of wisdom.
Interesting. Okay, so we started in here. That was the sort of main hall area. Queen Galfrey? What are you doing over here?
Don't mind me.
This is where you fought Razmir's minions when you made your way to the throne room. The bodies have already been removed, but they have not had time to wipe away the blood.
Is that a trap? It might be a trap.
Why is Queen Galfrey just hanging out over there? The intricate patterns that decorate the walls contain subtle references to the principles of Razmir faith.
Careful now.
Do you really know where else for us to go in this area? Yeah, I believe we've gone all the ways that we possibly could from the entrance. Yeah, when we came out of the... Yeah, this is the room we can rest in. Okay, I'm wondering if the mirror will take us to where Galfrey was then. We'll try going through the... Yeah, step through the mirror. No, 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 you can't come in here. Go away. If you won't listen, I'll explain it in a way you'll understand. Mate, I just killed your leader. I don't think you're going to put up much of a fight. Can't say I feel bad about this. You're a pretty key part of this cult. Georgie, can you not stand right in front of the screen? Thank you. Oh, ended up having a fight with him anyway. Okay, so this is a separate area of the same palace.
That's easy.
Or at least of the same map of the palace anyway.
I did it!
The palace stands as a testament to Razmir's wealth and power. It is a fitting temple for the god of luxury. I'm not going to try and kill everybody. Let's just go back through the mirror, unless this group decides to stop us. No, it didn't. Okay, now we're over here. The huge mask of Razmir is enveloped in magic. Determine the nature of Razmir's enchantment. The spells enveloping the mask are close to the one Razmir used to bind your powers in the dungeon. Dismissing Razmir's enchantment is trivial. Your powers return to you. I didn't realise we ever lost our powers. Page from a diary. Our God teaches us that anyone who wholeheartedly pursues power and success will attain them if they follow his teachings. I took that lesson to heart. I committed myself to his precepts, and he took notice. He has blessed me with his wisdom and strength. He has permitted me to take his form and appear to others in his name. I have followed in his steps, and now I am closer to him than anyone else in the flock. I understand him better than the rest of the clergy. Our God desires more power. Why? Is it because there is no limit to the pursuit of power? I often think about how I will help my Lord grow stronger. I see myself in him, and him in me. I know where more power can be obtained. I will present my plan to my master. Another step forward, another step closer to him. That didn't work out for you, did it? I'm guessing that diary was written by the fake Razmir. It's the impression I'm getting anyway. Darren, give us a prayer. These things are resistant to magic, so Ember, you can just wait around. Okay, proper round of attack. Ness, I don't think you can actually hit him, can you? No. It's alright, I'll just leave it to the rest of the group. They can hit him incredibly well.
I will resist.
Finish this off, Ulbrig. Oh, there's another one. Sorry, Mask Golem. Didn't realise you were here.
I'll make short work.
Didn't mean to leave you out. Woljif, Arushale, and Ulbrig can deal with this. Perfect. Tome of Ancient Perfection. This thick book contains various tips that can make one a better version of themselves. Anyone who reads this book permanently gains a +4 inherent bonus to all ability scores. Again, that's incredible. I don't think we even need it for our main party member. It would clash with the inherent score that Ness is getting from the ring she's wearing, so we could give that to a different party member. Just give them a flat. Well, at the moment, oh, okay, so they're getting a +2. Georgie. No biting. Cheeky. Are they not getting a bonus from the ring that we're wearing? I thought the ring gave us an inherent bonus on all ability scores. Georgie. No. No. Ugh. Yeah, it doesn't look like we are getting a bonus from the ring. I thought that was what this ring did. Has the ring changed? Yeah, if the mythic path wearer has no such ability. So why is that +4 not taking effect? If we take the ring off and then put it back on, will it do it then? Yeah, okay, for some reason the ring wasn't working, but now it is, because I took it on and off and on again. Georgie! Okay, if you're going to start pressing the keyboard, I'm going to go feed you. Okay. Where were we? Okay, yeah, doesn't look like there's anything in this room. What's Queen Galfrey doing up here? Is that an error? Is there a way for me to... Can I dimension door in here? Can't dimension door there. But maybe I can back in the throne room. Can't see any other ways to go. But I guess looking around wouldn't hurt. Maybe I missed another mirror? Don't think so, though. Okay, this looks like an area I can definitely go to. This balcony. Can I dimension door up there? I can't.
Something's wrong with the spell here.
What is Queen Galfrey doing on this map, and why can't I get to where she is? Is it an error of some kind? Have I missed like a secret door?
Everything has a price. Something's wrong with the spell here.
Yeah. It seemed that way. Okay, I'm gonna just assume that that's an error then, and not a deliberate thing I'm missing. I mean, it would be a bit weird for Queen Galfrey to just be here. Like, surprised she's not at the festival. Can I dimension door down there?
Something's wrong with the spell here.
Something's wrong with the spell everywhere, Nest. Chill out. Although I share your annoyance that it's not working. Okay, I guess I've searched everything then. Can I go and talk to yeah, let's go and have a chat with what's his name? The Eagle Watch guy. Roven? Droven? Can't remember his name. Something like that. Rovus, there you go.
Commander, I'm glad to see you've made it this far.
From beneath the cultist's mask comes a familiar voice.
Even though we're trapped in the enemy's palace, this secluded room looks like a good place to catch our breath.
Oh, okay.
If you or your companions need rest, this is the best place for it. Be careful.
It's alright, I have a way out. Very well then. We'll just go back here and leave, I guess. Sorry, Galfrey. I don't really understand why you're appearing on the map, but... doesn't seem to be any way that I can reach you.
I do things
really...
my way.
Sorry for being overly persistent on this, but it's just weirding me out that that's appearing there. Oh well.
Are you satisfied, Commander? Please, don't be shy. Take whatever you want. It's not like I can stop you. You can even strip the marble from the walls. Or are you ready to return home?
I'm ready to leave your palace. Take me back.
Goodbye. I hope I never see you again.
Mm-hmm. Why is she there on the map? Is that really just a bug? It's so strange.
Precisely.
Okay. Just move on. I can't see a way that I would get there even if she was actually there. But it doesn't make any sense that she's here. I'm just going to presume it's a mistake.
Always watch your back.
Maybe she's at the festival now and it's loaded in her icon from there. I'm hoping the game think like, we didn't have to go and talk to Rovus. Like, oh, we just left Rovus behind. Sorry. I'm sure he'll come back with us. Yeah, there he is. Hey, that's... Hurrah, the commander's back. We knew no one would stop her. Yay! Party time. Oh, I'm guessing this is Azata themed specifically. I'm sure it'd look different depending on what mythic path we had, but the rainbow and butterflies are explicitly Azata.
With this mess behind us, we can finally relax, right, Commander?
I found this mess quite fun.
I envy you. I'm glad we stopped the Razmirans, but I'd rather they hadn't come here in the first place. And now I suggest we go to the Defender's Heart. The Eagle Watch and I have reserved a place for you there to relax after today's adventures.
Cool. It's nice to come back here. This is our first base of operations.
Commander, we can hardly start the evening without you. Will you join us?
Ah, my commander. I must admit that I was waiting for you to come over. I have prepared a little trick for you.
Oh? Darren casually flicks an object onto the table. Before you can see what it is, it explodes into a cloud of multicolored dust that billows into the air. As it dissipates, it reveals several bottles of fine wine and exquisite, if unusually shaped, wine glasses. Oh, great trick, Darren.
Did you like it? In that case, raise a glass to me and express your praise in a toast.
To love.
To me.
Of course. The dwarf shrugs and calmly sips from his tankard. Are you alright now, Regil?
This is unforgivable.
Regil does not turn to you as you approach. His attention is fixed on the antique armor hanging on the wall. What is unforgivable?
This armor is over 50 years old, and it hangs here for all to see, like a trophy, safe and sound.
Do you think a suit of armor in such good condition should not be hanging here?
Most definitely. Everything and everyone in this world has a purpose. The purpose of armor is to protect the wearer. Hanging it here shows disrespect for the skill of the armorer who forged it.
Do you think they made better armor back in the day?
Mindlessly glorifying the past is for the old. I deal in facts. The armor's of excellent quality, which means the blacksmith who forged it was a master of their craft. Yet this armor is gathering dust on a tavern wall, which means the blacksmith was poor and unknown. Based on this, I can assume there were many such blacksmiths in the past. What we now consider master craftsmanship was once commonplace.
You know, I rarely see you satisfied, but our war is being won despite your dissatisfaction. Have you ever considered that things might not be so bad?
This is logical, perhaps even partially true. But I'm sure my fastidiousness benefits our cause.
Regil considers your words, then nods curtly.
My job as a subordinate is to point out opportunities. Your job as commander is to accept or reject my observations. I find this approach effective.
I'll leave you alone to your thoughts.
Razmir didn't prove to be much of a challenge. I could have taken him down with both hands tied behind my back.
You probably could have, Ulbrich.
Yeah. Any fight you win is a good fight. A pearl of wisdom to treasure from Brother Woljif.
A win's a win.
Not so. As I remember it, we had a quarrel with a neighboring clan back in the old days. There was a patch of wood where they hunted, but we needed the timber to build our houses. One thing led to another, and we were at each other's throats. Blood was spilled, and we were looking at a genuine blood feud where neither side would rest until the other drew their last breath. Erwa saved us all that day. He challenged their god to a duel and wrestled him to the ground. Oh, what a victory that was! We became blood brothers with that clan afterward.
I once fleeced a merchant and then pinned it on a friend of mine. When someone else gets tossed in the slammer instead of you, that's what I call a victory.
You're truly a lost cause. There is no teaching you.
Well, I mean, we can't go for the lawful option, even though that is a bit scummy of you, Woljif. I understand. Some friends are just begging to be set up.
That's right. But I never rat out my partners in crime. Lo and behold, I picked your pocket while we were talking about Razmir. Here, you're welcome.
Woljif takes a handful of coins from his pocket and places them on the table.
You sneaky weasel.
Ulbrich furrows his bushy eyebrows and hides a smile in his beard. I should go. You right, Trevor? We won't be attacked here, hmm?
I've never prepared a festive banquet before. May I help?
I will slice the bread.
Can I try it?
Hey, hands off. It isn't time yet.
I don't need any help, and no stealing food.
The cook's red face looks as if he was ready to boil over, either from the heat of the oven or from indignation. What are you all up to in here?
I've always liked kitchens. They're warm, and the people who work in them are kind, even if they do sometimes grumble.
Cooking is an art form. The plates are the canvas, and food is the paint this venerable cook transforms into a painting.
But you can't eat paintings. Or can you?
I'm standing watch, so that nothing goes missing and no enemies sneak past. Fine, I'm just peckish. When will the food be ready?
I am preparing food for your celebration, and they are distracting me!
Sneakily steal some food from the table. With a slight movement of your hand, a piece of food disappears up your sleeve.
Oh, can I do that?
Arushale deftly plucks a piece from the table.
Food should be shared, not eaten alone on the sly.
Seela frowns, but her eyes betray her amusement.
Is that for me?
Oh, Ember, of course. Give the morsel to Ember. Sure is.
So good!
Ember takes a bite and smiles happily. The cook has done himself proud. The food is delicious. I'll be on my way.
That's right! No need to be loitering in my kitchen!
Hi, Ivy. The Dragon Candy Inspector has arrived. I'll inspect everything here and eat all of it. Relax and enjoy yourselves. Drinks are on the house.
Come, girl. Since that misunderstanding with Razmir has concluded, I need you for an experiment. Or was he called something else? Not that it matters. Give me your expert opinion. What types of alcohol should never be mixed?
There are several exotic-looking bottles in front of Nenio. Are you going to repeat that alcohol experiment?
What? Which one? Ah, but of course not. I mean, yes, but not right away. Everyone knows that alcohol burns. I want to test a theory that mixing different types of alcohol increases combustibility. Perhaps today I will invent an explosive that could demolish half of Canabris.
Well, we have to try something. Mix elven absinthe and firewater from the Five Kings Mountains.
The choice has been made. Let us proceed to the practical part of the experiment. Though I must note the lack of an explosion, it does look pretty. I declare this experiment a partial success.
Still, why wasn't there an explosion? Okay. I know I defy imitation.
Commander.
Why are you standing here alone instead of enjoying yourself?
I am enjoying myself. An old man like me is happy to be among people and to see that they're doing well. Besides, the Eagle Watch is still on duty, just as I am.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
How did you end up joining the Eagle Watch?
I noticed a series of strange connections between a couple of officials, knights, and ordinary workers. As a result of a complicated investigation, I came across a large cultist cell. I infiltrated it and destroyed it from the inside. Irabeth was so impressed with my work that she knighted me, and later entrusted me with the management of the whole Canabris chapter of the Eagle Watch. I owe her a great deal.
What do you think of Irabeth and Denevia?
It's only thanks to people like them that Mendiv hasn't yet fallen to the demons. In the few short years I've known them, they've saved more lives than many other Crusaders and Inquisitors have in their whole careers.
Have you always lived in Canabris?
No. I was born southeast of the Wound, in Undarin. My city was one of the first to fall to the demons' onslaught. For many years, those beasts used its barnyards as pens for mortals bound for the abyss. I don't remember my mother. I think she was a cultist. As a short-sighted boy, I fell in with some brave souls who believed they could drive the demons from our hometown. When the demons found and massacred them, I fled here.
Why did you flee here instead of further south?
I've always thought that my place was near the wound. I couldn't and wouldn't run from it.
Thank you for your answers. Have a nice evening, Rovers.
You too, Commander.
I guess we can begin the celebration. Should I do this all next time? I'm coming close to 2 hours. Okay, we'll do the last part of the celebration next time, I think. But coming and checking out the Defender's Heart first is nice. Yeah, sure, why not? Anyway, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, you can follow the series by subscribing. I'm getting quite near the end now, obviously. But yeah, if you want to keep up with it, a subscription would be nice. And if you want to leave a like or a comment, I'd very much appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Bye.